jump in, and then they would jump in, and then Tempest would cover it all with an Elemental Void, and no one could even interrupt it because of the protection setup.
Yeah.
So, gigantic.
It was a lot of fun to watch. It was a really entertaining series, and again, I know they're not on the Honcast side, but it is on the Twitch side for the VODs. If you didn't miss it, you need to catch up on those. We'll get them up on the YouTube as soon as possible. Definitely need to check those up when they are. Anyways, we have the grand finals here, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Best out of 5. Complexity versus Lion Esports Club. And guess what? Game number 1 has just started.
Hell yeah.
Emperor, are we good?
I'm good.
Hopefully you guys at home are ready because we have game number 1. Let's take a look. Let's jump in. All right, Complexity on the Legion side, of course, Lion Esports Club on the Hellborn side. And actually, interesting note on that, Lions won the role, and they chose Hellborn. And, you know, you were bringing up yesterday how everyone in the State Green Lion series, actually on the Hellborn team, won all those games.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Complexity was a 2-0. But overall, Hellborn was 4-1 yesterday, really.
Yeah.
So.
And they chose Hellborn today. And, you know, before, I know maybe a few weeks ago, people were like, oh, Legion's better, you get 2 first picks. And obviously opinion changing back and forth here. So who can say? Meanwhile, both teams here, Breaky, look what gets banned out. They're like, no Moon Queen.
We don't want to deal
no
with that.
Moon Queen. We know what she's capable of. I'm sure you guys all in the chat know very well what Moon Queen's capable of. Thank you guys for spamming that.
Yeah. Apparently Moon Queen is something along the lines of not being balanced. Or I don't know. No, it's obviously yesterday in the Complexity versus TDM series, in Game 1 especially. Well, that's where she was played, and oh my God, was that ridiculous. You could argue Trademark Esports ultimately played that game better than Complexity. But Moon Queen, I mean, the fact that they had Moon Queen to rely on, to go back to her, and the fact that, I mean, that's why you pick heroes like that, though, to ultimately help you win the game.
They got outplayed, but they needed to outplay them given the fact that they had heroes that were more teamfight oriented early on, more burst oriented, but Complexity had the late game lineup, and well, they managed to make it work. Still, what an insane series! Everyone was like down to the neck. We were like, oh my God, they just turned it around. They're gonna go for the base.
The good old 22-minute Bloodlust kill that we saw, which ended up being a genocide. The Bloodlust kill resulted in a genocide. 22 minutes into the game, but that game finished amazing. It really, I mean, we got, I remember calling for both. Anyways, yeah, we got this game to talk about. What is going on? Okay,
the Shadowblade lock, like always, it's one of their go-to troll locks. Unfortunately, it being the only troll lock this game, we're not going to see it get to be drafted.
Most likely not, unless I did make a comment. I was like, Lions, we better see you pick Berserker. I was like, haha, I'm just kidding. After ... not really. So we'll see if Lion Esports Club maybe obliges there, but. Obviously, they're here to win. There's a lot of money on the line. It's easy for us to sit here and say, pick Shadowblade, pick Berserker, pick these fun heroes. But, I mean, again, as they proved yesterday, though, against State Green, as we were just talking about, Devour was picked up in that Game 3, very important game, ultimately helped win them the game. So these unconventional picks, Lion Esports Club, not afraid to go with them. So
it's true.
We will see. Obviously, moving on here, banning phase just finishing. So Engineer, Ophelia, Fade, Master of Arms, and N4, Deadwood going to be banned. I'm looking at that Pebbles right off to that, being open.
Yeah, Pebbles being open with Deadwood banned out. A very key thing to note. Meanwhile, Aluna is also on the board, and Lions has second pick here. So if they grab something like the Pebbles, they're not guaranteed, say, an Aluna draft to go along with the Burst. And, well, not much of a guess there as to what they're going to draft with. Also, Master of Arms being banned out. Big Bird is available. I don't know if Lions has a history of running the Bird, but look at what Haxorn says already.
Yeah,
He's like, give me it.
that?
Give me the bird.
Oh, yeah. Right clicking. Okay.
Give me the bird.
I had to clear the chat. So, yeah, Complexity does run the bird themselves. I mean, it's hard to say, you know, what team doesn't run that Zephyr? Let's be honest. It's not the most difficult hero to play. I think it's safe to say. I mean, you're kind of looking at me like...
No. I'm like...
let's be... Okay, come on.
Okay.
He's not the most difficult hero to play.
Okay, I agree, but I think with any hero or with anything, there's always... you can always play something to 100% mastery, and to fully maximize the potential of anything.
That's fair.
Takes a lot of...
Of course. Speaking of a hero that Lion Esports Club, you know, they ran yesterday, in fact, against State Green. That was the Game 1. Soul Reaper picked up here. Soul Reaper Glacius, they're going to go with. And remember that game, man. I mean, they built it really around the Soul Reaper. Speaking of Zephyr, it's kind of a similar concept where it's about beefing this one hero up and having a lot of heal support around him, basically.
You know, I said they're not going to get a Luna, but probably if... you know, Lions' second draft there, but Lions actually went for the Glacius draft instead. So, like to see here a really strong dual lane of sorts.
Not a fan of the Glacius Monkey King?
No, I'm not. No, it's a pretty strong lane.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Pebbles Aluna again, and, well, we saw there, Monkey King didn't die in the lane. His partner did. They have to be careful of positioning.
That's true,
They have to keep in mind that they do have the Tempest again. This is good. Glacius is one of the easiest mid supports to gank for.
Yeah.
A lot of lockdown compared to Luna, let's be honest. She has a slow on top of a much longer disable. So
freeze, yeah.
Much stronger in that route. They got a nice rally turnaround potential here. Overall, pretty damn strong lineup. They're not having to go up against a rally this time with the Monkey King either. We talked about that rally versus Monkey King can make a living nightmare for him. So, yeah, just
having a free tablet can make anyone, a lot of heroes, difficult to play.
They've been favoring Pharaoh a lot in this situation. Obviously, Moon plays Bubbles and Pharaoh a lot, so either one. Oh, he goes for Bubbles. So
okay.
Yesterday we saw Bubbles and Pharaoh both available. He opted for the Pharaoh draft instead, but
especially against a Tempest. I mean, and once again,
exactly. And well, the thing is though, actually, let's go back and look at it. They have the rally.
They have rally.
So
free tablet once again.
That explains it.
Can kind of cause issues there. So
right.
In the end, like I said, I mean, Moon plays both those heroes very, very well and very comfortable with both. So gonna go with the Bubbles here. And that's going to make both lineups good to go, obviously. So here we go, jumping into game number 1 now, loading in. I mean, you look at both lineups. Seems like it's very comfortable for these teams right here. You got the Hag on the carry focus here, being played by Hackshot, of course, for Complexity. Keep It the Forest being played by Riser. Going to be in that jungle. Got Bubble Suicide, and then the Aluna Pebbles. Well, they may actually go short lane, it looks like.
Yeah, just to secure the Pebbles farm, just wanting to be a little bit unpredictable there, and given the fact that they have a Wretched Hag and a Bubble Sense, because Wretched Hag can obviously get away from a combo like this Monkey King Glacius. So, yeah, interesting, and I like it.
All right.
The rally also can be pretty strong in some of the 1v1 matchups, or at least hold his own, and against a dual lane, he definitely gets shut down. So, yeah, pretty nice laning.
All right. Sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say, how about that fantasy league real quick? Any of these players on your potential team, Breaky?
So of course you're talking about this. What is it called? The MOBA Fantasy, I believe, is the name of it.
Yeah, it's Han/MOBA Fantasy or something. I need to double
MOBA
check.
Fantasy /Han even, but or .com/Han. But anyways, it's the new MOBA Fantasy site that was just created. Oh, is it Han.MOBA Fantasy actually?
Han.mobafantasy.net.
Ah, there we go. Han.mobafantasy.net. It's basically a new website that was, I believe, just officially launched yesterday or even today. Pretty much a fantasy league for Heroes of Newerth, and they're gonna kind of do a test run with cycle number 8 for Han Tour, of course, starting this weekend. And you're gonna basically draft a 5-man team. Obviously, there's a lot of things that definitely more than likely will be improved as time goes on and everything with the stats and whatnot.
The
and
concept,
the concept is great. It's I know, and it's something that's been brought up for a long time. Obviously, fantasy sports in general is very, very popular. I've always said that I'm a huge stat guy, and that's definitely something that comes along with it. So I'm very excited, to say the least, to see something like that popping up. So shout out to the Boy Ninja, I believe is his name, on the forums, the one that kind of had the idea for this and took the initiative. So we'll see definitely how far along that comes. But
well,
looking forward to that.
Moon and Flensmeister both on my potential fantasy team. They're both in the top lane here.
Yeah, they're both great players, of course. And speaking of that, we're actually talking about very possible we may do kind of a live player draft tomorrow on the podcast with you, me, Milkfat, and Beef, of course. Gonna have some fun with that. So look forward to that.
Awesome. Well, back to this game here. Mid lane, Wretched Hag, picking up 1 creep kill and 2 denies already against this double lane in mid, in spite of the Mud King Hatchet. So Hexer doing a nice job there. Rally sort of attempting to be boxed out here by Luna. She's got an idea where he's standing. Just being sneaky there. See, Rally's he's cool because he can trade auto attacks there very well too with that Aluna. He's got that pulled regen. Oh, yeah, already taken harassed though.
Yeah, we've said. I mean, in the 1v2 matchup, more so we see it in the middle lane, sure, but even in this suicide role, I mean, this is what can allow him to play the suicide role. It kind of reminds me, speaking of a hero that we were thinking of maybe we could see yesterday in the TDM versus Complexity series, Kraken. Kraken's really this beefy hero that has an escape mechanism as well, obviously with that tsunami charge, I believe it's called. He can hit very hard with a splash. So
trade hits with the supports very well. It's true.
So kind of a similar concept in that he could actually play that suicide. But yeah, we see that here by Krebson, of course, playing the suicide rally, and as you mentioned, seems like he's doing a fairly decent job. But for the most part, Franzi boxing him out, and ultimately he is going to be struggling here earlier on, of course. But Rally is going to try to get this bottom rune before Keep It the Forest, and he will, as a result, get in there first, so gets the invis. Takes it before Riser could actually get there, so good protection from Krebson coming out. As you talked about this middle lane, though, Monkey King right now 11 and 10 compared to the 2 and 3 Hag. So Hag was able to at least get a little early on, but Super KG on Monkey King having a fantastic start here.
Yeah, Moon so far top lane. Creep killing very well against the Soul Reaper. Actually, look at that. Look at that. No, I mean
4-1 Soul Reaper, 9-0. Okay, wait,
no,
what am I looking at?
9-3
bubbles. Wow. Yeah, Moon Meander.
Wow. He's going hard for his city. That's
that shouldn't be happening, should it? I mean,
no, but Moon playing it
bubbles,
very well. It's his sort of last hit micro at the start, so he's just getting the better hand of it and getting a lot of those creep kills at the tower. You know, they did have the thing is they did have the creep pool. Thank you to the Keeper of the Forest.
True. Yeah, that most certainly helped, obviously, but so we'll definitely keep a closer eye on that as this game progresses. But yeah, Moon off to a fantastic start here.
I would suspect Soul Reaper to gain control of the lane as it goes on.
Yeah.
You know, his heal gets stronger and stronger, his ability to trade auto attacks gets stronger and stronger. Still, Moon establishing some decent control early so he doesn't get totally rolled over.
Yeah, again, very good news there for Complexity. And at the very least, getting the levels, and that's ultimately what you're asking for. But hell, getting the creep kills on top of that, working very well. Tempest in the meantime in the jungle. Hanskid is doing a fantastic job here as far as his jungling so far. I mean, he's upwards of nearly 290 gold per minute. He's, of course, sitting on that Amulet of the Exile. Wants that Pickled Brain here in the middle lane. Wretched going to be coming right here. At the top of the Ice Imprisonment. Bloodlust kill coming out for Super KGE. I mean, you see right there, if the Ice Imprisonment is allowed to get off from Glacia, sets up the Monkey King combo, and Wretched literally could not blink. I mean, that's how ridiculous that was right there.
Yeah, during the Heavenly Vault, not able to get away just yet and got into range of that Glacia's Ice Imprisonment, and boom, man, that... Whew.
You know, we saw Monkey King a couple times yesterday in both series. Once in the Lions SG and then once in the Complexity TDM. And I will say yesterday especially, and honestly as of late, it seems like we've had Monkey Kings not have the best of starts. And it seems like, you know, sure they still have somewhat of an impact, and especially in the late game as we've seen. But early on, we haven't seen that snowball Monkey King recently that just takes off like that Deadwood, like that Pebbles, and can really take over the game.
This one is definitely having that snowball-ish start. Sitting here at 26 creep kills, got the Bloodlust kill, 400 gold per minute. Of course, it's going to taper down a bit.
Oh, Hacks are in once again. A lot of trouble right here. In comes a freeze. In comes a Monkey King heavily vault, and Seal Kid actually on Glacius getting credit for the kill. So, hey, if you're not going to be able to accomplish too much at the suicide at the bottom lane, why not set up a kill in the middle lane?
That's another thing that makes Rally a fantastic suicide. Not only, obviously, can he sort of trade hits with the support, stay in position. He hit level 3 against this while Luna was 2, so obviously doing a fantastic job getting experience. He has a stun. You know, you can try to go gank with the Pharaoh, but it's not as effective early on. You can try to go gank with the bubbles, but it's not like he has a stun. Rally can actually contribute a lot more in that capacity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, awesome. That's what makes him so strong. Look, he's setting back up here. Oh, what is he doing? Just got his boots. And
the courier, yeah. Has the boots. There's no rune just yet. We're only at 5.5 minutes, so he's going to head back towards the bottom lane, but he does have his boots now.
Yeah.
And can definitely start making use of that. So, but yeah, Monkey King, going back to the point, I mean, again, that snowball effect that he can most certainly have early on. Super KG is having a very good start here. 400 plus gold per minute already. Only 6 minutes into the game now for him, so.
Yeah.
In fact, there we go. Oh, no, he's not going to get the combo off.
He's kind of taunting him with that.
Yeah. He can initiate from far away, man, with the Heavenly Vault Wanjin Slam. It's pretty ridiculous.
Invisible rune.
Where is it, at bottom? Okay.
Keeper, but yeah, has to snag it. Not that he can do much with it right now.
Yeah, still level 5 for the time being, and, you know, not really able to make the most use of that. So instead, just continue to farm for the meantime. Again, Tempest also having a good time here for Lion Esports Club. He's got that Ring of Sorcery finish. As Keeper of the Force also finishes his right there.
Well, teleport scroll, Rally. She picked one up too, so just got to be aware of that. If they try anything sneaky, he is ready to go.
He's ready to TP in and set up that compel, whether it's offensive or defensive here. Top lane, though, again, keeping an eye on this. Look at it, 25-3 Soul Reaper now against a 26-10 Bubble. So Moon Meander's still managing to have a very good time against Soul Reaper up here. I mean, again, as expected, Flensmeister's definitely catching up and to make it even now, but still very good news for Complexity. Middle lane, oh, the miss in the compel right there. Rally tried to guess it where Hag was going to go, but Haxer was kind of going back and forth. In the end, though, they're going to result in a tower kill, but Complexity is also pushing the bottom tower in the meantime, so. Going to be a 1-for-1 here.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion
decision
tower.
to split push right there.
The Legion
What it
takes
might
down
do
a
though is
Hellborn
open up that
tower.
bottom lane to sort of be soak up some experience for this rally if he teleports down there now that it's pushed up to the second tower.
Something you could definitely use right now. He's sitting on level 4 currently. Ooh, top lane. Bubbles going out of Soul Reaper right here. Bubbles is level 7, so of course has that kill field and everything, but not choosing to use it right there, obviously. Wasn't low enough on the Soul Reaper just yet. Middle lane still being pushed here by Line Esports Club. You got Rally already falling back, though, and so will the rest of the team. The bottom secondary tower also being pushed. Look at Keeper the Force and Pebbles doing some work right here. A lot of damage actually being applied, and they're going to get it. So Complexity getting a secondary tower. Lion Esports Club getting a little bit of tunnel vision there. And unfortunately, they lose the secondary tower as a result.
Yeah, and experience is overall pretty neutralized as well from it. Looking here, Moon Meander had to go back to base, and well, he teleported back. He's going to start roaming now. Actually, he's going back to top. He has the Steam Boots, going back to top and challenge the Soul Reaper a little bit further. Are they going to try to set something up with him is the question. He does have his ultimate. He is ready to go. Rally, as we see here, is going to try to keep the... I mean, there's tons of creep. That's a lot of experience. He's going to be level 6 in no time, man.
Yeah.
That's clear to see.
Yeah, so again, that's kind of a positive out of all this, but still, it's you've already lost 2 towers to this bottom lane now in Complexity's favor, so you do see he's going to get most of the creep kills right there as well.
Very
so
good job.
Well played by Krepson, definitely. Is missing the catapult there.
Yeah, he couldn't get it based on the damage, though.
That's true. He did have a hatchet up.
His hatchet was up?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
so.
then if so, then yeah, sure, but...
Yeah, hitting level 6, though, for him. Definitely coming up. Where did Monkey King go? He's finished the Steam Boots. Okay, Mighty Blade delivered, so...
Nice.
At least getting that right now. We'll see if he straight turns that into a Shrunken Head, or maybe goes something else, but... He's going to try to set something up here in the middle lane in the meantime. Maybe try to catch Hag.
Pebbles farming very, very well. Still 1,600 gold. Has got his Steam Boots.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of build up with that Mana battery, and well on his way to his portal key.
Yeah, we really haven't talked about Pebbles at all, being played by Beakid here, but obviously with the bottom pushing and whatnot, and the free farm he had at the bottom lane, he is getting very close.
Indeed.
Mentioned.
Here we see Soul Reaper actually still lagging behind Bubbles and Creep Farm. Has not taken the lead yet. This is going to be the wave where he finally surpasses the Bubbles.
But still,
yeah,
I mean,
still they got the 2 towers, so he's actually sitting on higher gold per minute there.
Yeah, 10 minutes into the game, your Suicide Bubbles against the Soul Reaper of all heroes is over 300 gold per minute. I mean, that's more than you could ask for by far. And he's level 8 on top of that. So yeah, Moon Meander, obviously, as every player, of course, wants the money, but and to win the Sound Blaster Heroes League. But man, he really has been playing very good these last couple of days.
Yeah,
from what we've been seeing. So
I agree.
Big part of their success recently. Soul Reaper does go the Helm of the Victim route, by the way, as his first item here.
Yeah, he picked it up pretty early in the laning phase. As soon as he was able to get it, just allowing him to trade auto attacks, keep himself sustained. He does have 1,500 gold right now. I suspect to see the Steam Boot route.
Yeah,
as he did yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. He did eventually then turn that into the Shaman's Headdress. So
yes.
I know we had yesterday. There was the one I think it was the TDM Complexity series where we had the Helm of the Victim forever.
Yes.
Forgetting exactly who it was on, but
there's the Steam Boots.
Okay.
It took a while to find the final piece there. It's like, wait, what was the hockey? Yeah, he's definitely got it now. Doing very, very well for himself.
Haxor is sitting at about 200 gold per minute right here. Obviously, he's had a pretty difficult start. He's had the 2 deaths so far in this game, both happening to him here in this middle lane, but at least he is still around that 200 gold per minute mark, and definitely, most certainly a hero that can recover in that Wretched Hag. In fact, going to help do these triple stack Ancients in the meantime for Complexity. So good use of the resource and time right here coming out.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. We also was going to say, Rally finished his Steam Boots, and we also look at Tempest out-leveling the Keeper of the Forest pretty well, but Keeper of the Forest has the gold advantage. He was 9 when Keeper was 7. Keeper did just hit 8, so Tempest is going to close in on 10 soon. Yeah, it's doing very well. As we know, Tempest does experience up a little bit quicker. Still with that Ancient stack killed, the experience lead definitely balancing out now.
Yeah. And you see the gold lead growing a little bit even for Complexity, up to about 1,200. So, again, still minimal, but 12 minutes into the game, any type of lead like that, pretty good news for the team. So,
sure.
What did I notice? Portal key now picked up on Pebbles. Obviously, that's a good key item there. He's
not showing it.
Yeah, he actually hasn't. Is it on the courier? It is on the
gotta
courier.
Be. It's gotta be. Yeah, he's just gonna be sneaky about it though. Wait for a timing where you can get a kill, and they don't see it.
I mean, you got to figure though for your Lions. There's a good chance he has it by now. I mean, sure, not actually having it still maybe keep you a little bit questioning, but he's had free farm. He's got 2 tower kills that he's working off of. There's a good chance he has the portal key by now.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ancients, obviously Lions doing their own Ancients. Looks like they got some double stack here.
Seismic Slam not used for them. Just did them with the Glacius and the Rally and their abilities combined, so
yeah,
gets to hold on to that.
In fact, Pebbles is just going to show the portal key. Just continues to farm with it as soon as he gets it there in the lane, so yeah, not really too concerned about them knowing or not. Monkey King, another 1,300 gold saved up here, so obviously we've been kind of in a static farm phase game for now. I mean, really for the most part, everyone's staying in their lanes ever since the pushes happened. They've kind of gone back to their lanes, and that's what it's been about here. So it seems like the Hellborn team, I mean, do you think any more team pushing coming out from either one of these sides? Do you see an item that's going to be picked up?
They're waiting for the Astrolabe too for Tempest. More pushing, more core.
Yeah.
They're just going to tank up more for it. It's not like they have their holy tank items. Like, it's not like the Soul Reaper has a Shaman's Headdress right now. And, the Astrolabe finished by Tempest. I mean, they can definitely make their team a lot thicker relative to the Legion side before they actually want to go all out on their crusade to take out the rest of these outer towers.
All right, so keep an eye on that. Soul Reaper is getting very close. In fact, I think he has enough gold now to finish that Shaman's Headdress, if that's what he chooses to do here with the gold that he currently has pulled up. Again, Monkey King, it looks like at this rate may very likely be saving up straight for that portal, or no, excuse me, the Shrunken Head here, as far as his first item. Rally's definitely recovered at least a little bit. He's jumped over at least the 200 gold per minute mark.
Yeah, he's got what he needs right now to be effective. His Steam Boots, the Vestments, Power Supply. From there on out, it's just going to be, he'll start getting points on that Demoralizing Roar, ideally. And, well, here, Monkey King's invisible, actually.
Going to try to set something up, but he needs to be so careful right here. Okay. You got Keeper and Bubbles right next to him. Aluna's also here with a Rev that she just put down.
Ooh.
They definitely knew something was up, but Monkey King is able to avoid it.
Now they're wasting time camping because he moseys on by, heading towards his Pebbles in the bottom lane. Probably just gonna stack the medium camp and, well, actually probably flash farm this right here. Hopefully he doesn't get interrupted by this Keeper.
I was going to say, I mean, this is a little risky.
It is.
You can do it very fast, obviously, but stacking the other team's camp and then having to fall back is kind of silly. Okay. Yeah, the Keeper of the Force is right here. He's using his Wanjin Slam. Oh, no. There goes the elusive dash, and he's realizing pretty quickly, and he's in a little bit of trouble. There comes Aruna. Rally's here, or excuse me, Aluna's here on top of Pebbles with a combo. You see the attempt with the Heavenly Vault at the last second, but it's not enough for Monkey King. So, no doubt Super KGE getting a little greedy right there. It doesn't pay off in the end.
Yeah, Riser are doing a good job sort of scouting out the woods while being invis too.
Yeah.
Definitely perceptive enough to get that Monkey there. Well, part of that actually, I think, did Monkey show himself to this ward that Franzi had on the side?
Actually, yeah, I believe he did. Yeah, he definitely did when he was pulling it over to the side here. So
that probably is what actually gave the read.
Yeah.
Soul Reaper with that Shaman's Headdress now, able to stand in front and sort of be that bait.
And he's level 11, by the way.
Yeah.
Him and Tempest, for that matter, both level 11. The first ones to hit that mark in the game. So some good experience on the Hellborn side. But Portal Key on Bubbles. I mean, again, this is your Suicide Bubbles in a matchup against the Soul Reaper. Usually would be a matchup difficult for him, but Moon Meander played it very well, and thus resulting in the Portal Key this early on. He also is very close to level 11, it looks like, and not hitting it just yet, but again, more good news there. So both sides definitely having their positives here when it comes down to it. Soul Reaper, though, that Shaman said, just as you talked about, I mean, now he's going to start farming more, and maybe something like that Gnome's Wisdom. And I believe we did see on him yesterday.
We did, and he already has the Ring of the Teacher, so wouldn't be a big shocker there. They do have the Astrolabe finished by Tempest, and we talked about this might be their sort of key where they want to start with the push a little bit more. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Forest going Portal Key early this game. You know, a lot lately we've just been seeing Keepers go for the more tank up route.
Astrolabe and
not going to be at this game. They just want all-out initiation between this Bubbles, Keeper, and Pebbles.
Yeah.
Not to mention Wretched Hag having a blink of her own.
Yeah, they don't want to give the Hellborn team the comfort factor of being able to go in these fights. And yeah, I can see where they're coming from. I mean, you look at this makeup here on the Hellborn side. It's soul Reaper obviously again kind of leading the way as far as the heal support and grouping up as a team, but then the Tempest obviously good for that rally, great assistance for that. So basically, Complexity wants to be able to really just catch Lion Esports Club off guard here in this game with having the 3 portal keys now between Pebbles, Bubbles, and Keeper of the Forest here all early on. So Monkey King continuing to farm up, obviously having that death there in the opposition jungle, but for now it's just going to continue to farm, and we're getting closer and closer to that Shrunken Head. Gnome's Wisdom is finished on soul Reaper. Has that to work with now himself. Middle tower being pushed by Complexity. You do have Tempest running over, ran right past Ward of Sight, though he's currently by himself. There are ports coming in, though, and vulnerabilities used. Complexity is going to fall back as a team. It's going to be close. It is denied by Hanskin right there. You did see all the creeps and whatnot, but Hanskin able to pull off the deny in favor of Lion Esports Club at least. So solid response on their part. But yeah, the Gnome's Wisdom finish. You have the Astrolabe on Tempest. Maybe at this point simply waiting for the Shrunken Head. And then a group. But again, it is also a case if you're Lions, at the same time you don't need to rush the issue by any means. I mean, you do have a Monkey King ultimately to fall back on in the very late game. You do have a Soul Reaper.
Right. There's things like well, the Hellflower is the major thing that comes to mind that just reinforces their initiation that much more, hurts the turnaround that much more, and it ideally isn't something you want to have to go up against when you're taking these outer towers. I'd like to see them try to make something happen as soon as they get their Shrunken Head before Hellflower comes out.
Yeah, it's knowing when you're in those favorable spots, really. Just because you have maybe arguably a better late game doesn't mean you can't take advantage earlier on. And you're right, I mean, that Hellflower most certainly can play a big role here as well as he usually does. In this case, for Complexity, obviously on the Wretched Hag, who has the first Arcana, well on her way to the second one, it looks like. She's cleaning up some more Ancients. Seems like Complexity is really taking advantage of those Ancients, man.
All right, there it is. He's got full health, full mana. Everyone's pretty much good to go here. I would like to see them group up. I'd like to see them take something.
Yeah, not spend too much more time here. Kind of just going around farming. Could make sense. So we'll see if Lion Esports agrees here, or if they continue to farm in the end. Shrunken Head is officially being delivered to Monkey King, and there you go. He does actually have it, and uh-oh. In the meantime, though, he might need to be careful here. He is going to send out one of his illusions. Actually, both of them kind of scout things out here, so that could be the difference maker, as he's maybe trying to bait with that one.
Oh, yeah, they can probably tell by how much damage he took there from the quick wave. Oh,
probably
now he's just trying to
he's like, kill me, guys, I'm suiciding. Yeah, that's a fake.
Oh, there's the tower siege.
Soul's Bulwark on Pebbles, by the way.
He's had it.
Yeah, oh, wow, yeah, 1,500 gold saved up, jeez. Big Kid's been really farming up this game quite well.
We just saw a pickup here on Soul Reaper. Did you catch what it was?
I did not. I know the Beast Heart was just delivered to Rally, but I did not, excuse me, I did not catch what Soul Reaper actually purchased there, so a little bit longer. Tablet of Command on Tempest. Always an effective item. It seems like this really has become more the go-to build lately. I still find it interesting seeing that.
Wow.
But yeah, was that seriously a full Demonic Breastplate just finished? No, there's no way. I think he did this yesterday.
Yeah, he just got the recipe and then he...
So now he needs the Warp Clef still. The 2100 for that.
Yeah.
But still, they're farming very, very well here for Complexity.
Yeah.
But
still, they got 1,200 gold roughly before Haxorn finishes his. I'm assuming that's Haxorn. Yeah, Haxorn finishes his Hellflower. Wait.
So again, it's pretty clear by this point, though. Lion Esports Club not looking to be the aggressors just yet. No. Even with that Shrunken Head finish, they're going to continue farming some more. And obviously, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you do look at it and kind of wonder a little bit. Are they missing their opportunities here?
Obvious. Barrier Idol is what they're building up for Soul Reaper. Makes sense.
Yeah. So maybe that's next in line now. Again, the tablet just delivered to Tempest. There you go. Glacius getting some wards, looks like, but
he is very close. If he can get it and then they can force a fight right there before she gets Hellflower, then great.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would be good timing, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, even if they go afterwards, if Soul Reaper's up in front and they try to initiate on him, well, the thing is to be careful. They have to be careful because, yeah, you can look at it and be like, oh, Rally and potentially Tempest are going to have his back, but they have multiple portal keys now. They can initiate all over the place. If they get that that root off, Rally can't actually use Compel. It's going to make it hard to sort of save their teammates.
Yeah, it is an interesting game. As usual for a Keeper of the Force versus a Tempest, I mean, where do you value that root? Do you use it as your initiation tool to help with the team to guarantee a kill, or do you save it for to counter the Tempest? Maybe,
Yes,
but
depends, of course.
yeah, definitely. Like I'm saying, that's a very situational. So, whereas we'll have that decision to make at the top lane. It looked like they want to jump Monkey King, but again, there's Glacius nearby. Nice. Yeah, here we go. Actually, okay, so everyone's going to be here. Soul Reaper does have the barrier item. Apparently, that was the key item that they were really looking for. So he's going to finish off the creeps over there to the side. And then they'll all join together to push. So now what does Complexity do? They're not going to defend this top tower. They're just going to let that one fall. We'll see about the secondary. It doesn't look like they're really counter-pushing just yet. You do got Keeper and Pebbles, actually. Okay, yeah, Keeper the Forest, Portal King forward. They really are going to try to make this a big counter-push. So
yeah, he just got a Hellflower. Actually, they picked it up at the side shop, so he's ready to go.
Yep, he has a TP ready to come in. Obviously, Keeper does have a TP as well as Pebbles, so they can also come back, but you look at the counter pushing happening once again. Okay, they are going to let it fall. They're going to still push this middle. Will lines fall back? Yes, they will. Ports are coming in. Pebbles, the Stalagmites are going to hit Monkey King. And they both will be fine in the end, it looks like. So at least they do save the tower. It is in deny range right now. I guess kill the catapult here, and then they'll be able to deny it. So sure, a tower is dead. Oh, they're not going to deny it, actually. Going to leave it for now. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. But, yeah, both teams, again, accomplishing quite a bit right there. Ooh, the Ancients over here. Rally's running into them. You do have Pebbles Invis nearby with the Nature's Veil. They're going to look to collapse, though. Soul Reaper and Rally in a kind of an awkward spot right here. There's a sandwich opportunity, but there's more support nearby. So both teams were kind of in an interesting spot, but Complexity doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't jump, man. They didn't have Bubbles or Luna there. I was just really worried. I'm like, don't. They're poking. I'm like, please don't jump. Please don't jump. You're just going to get sandwiched and smashed. And no, sir. So, yeah, evened out that gold. The 2 tower kills up top. And obviously mid not snagged quite
Look
yet.
at that golden experience difference. That is 24.5 minutes in. It's like we just started the game.
Close, man. That's
this is one-sided.
hoping for a closer
Let's move
finals
on,
matchup.
seriously.
No, we don't have to do this. What the hell?
Yeah,
Look at that. Come on.
What? I missed
Well,
it.
they got the mid tower kill for free.
Oh, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, they didn't deny it.
They had to group up to take it, and, well, they didn't have to, but they chose to, which kind of left their bottom vulnerable, so in a sense, they just lost top. I don't know.
These two teams are really all about pushing towers right now and not getting into team fights. I mean, kind of the stats speak for itself. It's only 2-to-1 hero kills. Yeah, both teams have lost many of towers here. In fact, Complexity, they're working on this 6th and final outer tower here. At the top lane, Lion Esports Club, they're going to go for the bottom secondary. They're still the middle secondary here. But yeah, both teams really just content right now on pushing the opposition's towers. Here we go to the top lane, though. Rally's already coming in. A lot of TPs coming in. Stalagmite's going to be used right off the bat. Big team fight. Keeper the Force going to be right there. In comes the Bat Blast. Monkey King and Glacius will fall. Sorry for still barely alive. Tempest ultimate pulling in Bubbles right there. He's got to the kill field, though. Pebbles not able to fall right there. And Complexity still fighting strong. The Bubbles was eventually killed, but Monkey King and Glacius did go down for lines. And the tower kill did fall in favor of Complexity. So,
well, honestly, the major thing that fight was the fact that Hackster got the Hellflower Monkey King before he got his shrunken head off. If he was able to get it off, we could have very well seen a dead Pebbles there. 2-for-2 exchange, if not worse, for Complexity.
Yeah, that would have been completely different. And that goes back to the, using it before you jump into the fight. Again, I'm not sure if he just simply got it right as he TP'd in or if he just thought he could have maybe moved around a little bit. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, he did get burst down quickly, and obviously not being able to get the shrunken head off was the big deal. Pebbles, in the meantime, okay, he is going to portal key away right there. It's very close. There he goes. He finishes his demonic breastplate, by the way, as soon as he ports back to base, but also Restoration Stone. I believe I just saw purchased on Keeper of the Forest. Damn.
Yeah, they kind of needed that fight, man.
Who did, Lions?
Yeah. I mean, once again, if he was able to get the shrunken off, it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It did look pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. Not getting the shrunken head, definitely. Again, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that was just better reaction from Haxton as soon as he poured it in. I don't know if you caught that or if that was just him.
I caught him being Hellflower. I mean, it was just, he could have used it as he instantly poured it in, but just Haxer was quick, man. That's all it came down to.
Quick enough. And got the Hellflower off. So, in the end, it wasn't the most devastating by any means, but it was still a victory for Complexity. And again, especially with these big item pickups now, the Restoration Stone, the Demonic Breastplate. You have Hag now getting close to her own Shrunken Head. So, Soul Reaper is still the top farm in the game with that set. Or okay, actually, Keeper of the Forces barely surpassed him, but they're kind of neck and neck right here. Soul Reaper is now working on a Sheepstick, though, it looks like. As she has a Blessed Orb. And Monkey King, very likely Sheepstick too. I mean, I don't think the Nullstone right here. I guess that could be many. Sheepstick, Frostwolf Skull, even a Geometer's Bane. So Blessed Orb, just one of those items that makes many. So
yeah. Well, he's. I was assuming the Nullstone route. Honestly, we never actually seen him complete past this because this is where he ended the previous game.
That's true.
But,
yeah.
I was assuming the Nullstone route just for the whole flash farming, but yeah, you can definitely go many a path. And they obviously with the Hellflower, as we saw, it's just quite devastating to him.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I could definitely see a Nullstone with that said. Complexity doing a little bit of push at the bottom lane. Bubbles, I believe he just finished. I saw the Storm Spirit icon at least being purchased. So a tablet, portal key, and now a Storm Spirit possibly on him. Definitely getting a lot of utility for the team. They're doing Ancients in the meantime as Retro Deck, but look at this. Pebbles and Keeper are sitting right on top of her with the Nature's Veil Invis. But now you have Lion Esports Club kind of making the way in there, and so Complexity actually falls back. They did get the Ancients, and then they just get away. So nice little steal right there coming out. Tempest does have a Shrunken Head. Yeah. Good item, but again, you have a double root to deal with.
Right, they have the double root still. If he's able to catch him in that pool, it'll help a lot. I just feel like, yeah, they're picking up some items now here for Hellborn, but it's going to take a while before they sort of hit their next step. And right now, Complexity, well, as you said before, they have the Demonic, they have the Shrunken Head and Hag now, they have the Restoration Stone. They got the bigger item pickups after that fight, and they won last fight. So
yeah,
if they're
forcing
forcing something
now.
Yeah, if they're forcing something in this window, it's going to look good for them.
Yeah. Again, that's not to say Lions Esports Club still has later on to look forward to, but yeah, most certainly you can argue Complexity right now. Seems like they could be in a little bit better of a spot. But, with that said, it still comes down to the play in the end. In fact, Lion Esports Club, they are going to go for Kongor somewhat. You see the red power throw coming through, so Complexity very, very aware that this is actually happening. It's just a matter of when and how they approach this now. You can see the animated trees going in there and causing distraction. Soul Reaper caught by himself right here. In comes a burst damage. The Hellfire is applied. Soul Reaper going to be bursted down, it looks like. In the meantime, Bad Plus goes off. Shrunken Heads are going to be applied, though, on Monkey King and Tempest. You see Wretched Egg blinking away. Monkey King going balls to the wall here. And Super KGE putting himself in a horrible spot, actually, as a result. Puts down the Watch and Slam. It's not going to matter. The rest of the team falls back. Not the fight Lion Esports Club was looking to take right there. And Complexity could very likely clean up Kongor themselves now, with that fight being won.
Well, Rally had just compelled himself out of the pit. Sword was trying to back out. They had nothing to save him. They were way out of position, and, well, he was just dead meat there, man. I understand what they were trying to do, but Complexity jumped on it. They jumped well, and that's a wrap as far as that's concerned. And right now, with the token, they're looking kind of unstoppable going into this next chapter of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, when you look at how that fight started, that was just really Soul Reaper getting completely disoriented from his team, and that's simply put, whether that was his fault or the team's fault for maybe going out a little bit too early, not communicating it together. But in the end, Complexity played it very well, capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes. Is what it really is all about in the end, and they most certainly did that right there. So now that golden experience later, really starting to reflect more and more that Complexity is in the favor. Just about an 8,000 gold lead, about a 9,100 experience lead on top of that. And again, look at these 3 level 16s on top of Bubbles being 15. I mean, that's crazy in itself. Well, they're going to have 4 level 16s here very shortly.
Yeah, it's just about forcing fights when your opportunities are available, when you know your lineup is relatively stronger to the enemy team. It's not about necessarily, you can look at the golden experience graphs all you want, but the matter of it, the fact is 5 different heroes on each team. Certain heroes, certain pickups will be stronger at different stages of the game than others.
Yeah.
The way everything fits together can change based on a single item pickup. See this Restoration Stone, see the Barrier Idol, and just knowing your timing and really, really forcing the issue when the timing is right for your team is so critical. And I feel like Complexity just, well, it all came down to the top fight, because I felt like the timing was actually in Lion's favor going into that top fight. Complexity did outplay them in that battle, and as such, this is now their time of day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're now approaching that 32-minute mark, so Lion Esports Club still going to, of course, hang in there and And it is still very possible for a comeback at this point. Most certainly, can we keep kind of looking back at this Lion Esports Club lineup, and they do have a very strong late game themselves compared to Complexity even, but right now it is Complexity's time, and gonna most certainly use this token of life right here appropriately. At least that'll be the goal here for Complexity. Get it down to maybe about 3 minutes or so, and then go with the push from there. Just to reiterate too, this is just game number 1 here of a best out of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously you've got a long series ahead of us. You got to keep that in mind too. Best out of 5, and again, it's a straight up best out of 5. It's not like Han Tour with a double elimination where one team's up 1-0 off the bat. It's 0-0 as you can see on your screen even. So. Kind of something to keep in mind as well as far as moving along in the series, where it gets to a point of if you do become overwhelmed, then just move on to the next game. But again, not to say that that's where Lions is at by any means. They still most certainly have a good chance here. You see at the top lane, Monkey King, Tempest, and Glacius setting up as if somebody's going to come up here, but as you can see,
yeah, Bubbles
really
is in
happening.
biz too. I mean, we see Monkey King saving up 2,100 more on top of that Blessed Orb. I mean, you mentioned Sheepstick. It looks
Could
like
be,
more and more of
yeah.
a possibility at this point, and going for that more all-in initiation route instead of reactive with that Nullstone.
Yeah. Be interesting there. And obviously Soulreaper also, well, he more than likely is going for the Sheepstick.
He's going Sheepstick. That's
that's more of a certain, yeah. He's got about 2,000 gold saved up. You mentioned the bubbles with the Invis. He's actually been scouting out quite a bit with it. There was a revelation right here, but he's able to get past that checkpoint and just fine. So Lion Esports Club, though, in the end, they all fall back. Not gonna be caught out there, at least at this time. So we'll just continue to farm for now. But however, Complexity, again, they got the token alive still for about 3.5 minutes right here. And this is where Complexity is going to start to make a push, it looks like. They got a double route to work with Keeper of the Forest. Pebbles, I mean, he has his own shrunken head now, so he is really, really strong now, man. I mean, the Demonic, the shrunken head, the portal key. He is a very strong trio of items right there that Lion Esports Club will have to deal with.
Yeah, Keeper of the Forest here, man. He has the gold for his spell shards. I don't know why he's not just picking it up. It seems obvious.
Obviously.
I'm kidding. He is going for Hellflower, and I like to talk about when the Restoration Stone.
Oh, Pebbles jumping in. Sorry, again, the big initiation. Hellflower comes out. There's a Talbot forward. Is it going to be enough to survive the heal bomb? The barrier not going to be enough in the end. Sorry, will fall. He can buy back. Will he actually? Yes, he will. He does buy back in the meantime. Bubbles and Pebbles still in the background. Pebbles going to be bursting down with the demonic execution right there. Root coming out for Keeper of the Forest. That is only the first root, however. Keep in mind, token of life going to be used right there on Wretched Hag. She's going to come back. There's the ultimate from Tempest. He's still in the second Keeper root, but he's not able to get it off just yet. Finally, the second root going off. He's able to port a key in, and it will keep Wretched Hag alive in the end. You do see Bubbles is still up here, but it looks like with Pebbles and Aluna dead, Complexity is now going to fall back. So Lion Esports Club, they do, for the most part, hold them off. A buyback, again, was used on Soul Reaper, and no doubt a pretty impactful buyback there.
Yeah, no big deal. Honestly, it's great for lines that they held out. We're going to be looking ultimately Restoration Stone one day coming out here for Tempest. I mean, it just does favor them for the game to go later at this point, holding off these base fights. Riser doing a great job saving his teammate there at the end. Had to use the second route purely for defensive purposes to allow them to escape.
Yeah.
Still, very good job. Nice hold off.
Yeah, I mean, it does. You do look at the positioning right there, and I think you can argue. I mean, Complexity did get a little overzealous there.
Yeah.
Granted,
sure.
their initial jump in, it was a good for killing Soul Reaper off the bat, but they got pretty close to the well. And whenever you see that when they're going into the base for the first tower in the base, and when they're nearly at the well, you know the positioning's a little bit off right there.
And there's things like buybacks to consider, et cetera, et cetera. Meanwhile, Monkey King did go for the more conventional route. He does pick up his Nullstone. And what I want to talk about real quickly is Keeper of the Forest picking up that Hellflower. So impactful, not just because A, Hellflower owns, but B, he has a Restoration Stone. Double Hellflower is just frickin' mean.
Yeah. You are right. Riser here on the Keeper of the Forest. It's not often we get to see that, but yeah, the double Hellflower most certainly can be very impactful here. Wretched Hag. Restoration Stone, Wretched Hag, same. Anyways, Wretched Hag, she actually just picked up an Ice Brand here, so on her way to a very possible Frost of Skull, and obviously that could help beef her up a little bit here as well in these team fights. Again, though, as we saw that last fight, I mean, the Demonic Execution is always a very useful tool here to use, and making a point that you ultimately need to get somebody to just under half-life to get them killed rather than all the way.
Yeah, Pebbles has no vestment, so you saw there, he literally just, bam.
Yeah, melted right up.
Yeah, I guess he kind of needs that power supply right now, just unless he's going to be selling his town portal. Doesn't really have room for those investments right now.
Yeah, I mean, he does have he does always have a shrunken head, so there is that 9 seconds now at this point that
okay,
he
I
will
know.
be immune to it, but
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
Still.
We saw last fight he did. Get
without
shredded
it.
by it. There's a lot of heroes actually without investments, though. All of them. All of them have investments. So honestly, it doesn't matter. At that point, it's nice, but there's really no target that's mitigating the effects of his ultimate.
Yeah. We do see Complexity. They are somewhat grouped up again to make a push. Obviously, Tempest Ultimate is still down, but it is up at about 10 seconds, actually. So he should have it going to this fight. Only one route will be up for Keeper the Force at this rate. You still have a Restoration Stone, about 35-second cooldown. So, again, could be a case by the time it's necessary. It actually could be up, depending on when we go in here. And actually, at this rate, it most likely will be up.
So far, they've been picking off Soul Reaper, and he's been having to buy back at the start of these fights. If he picks up a Sheep Stick and he's getting jump still, Hellflower, what have you, is he still going to be able to get his stuff off and sustain up in the front? Does he need to be more? I mean, I love Sheep Stick on Soul Reaper, don't get me wrong, but is he going to have the durability, per se? He might pick it up, die, and then he has no buyback.
You're right, so maybe something like more of the beefier route, something like that Behemoth Sword even. Could have been a possible choice here for Soul Reaper, but is going the Sheep Stick route, it looks like at this point. Hell, even the Nullstone.
Yeah.
But he is going the Sheep Stick route. You see the tower very, very low right there.
Yeah.
Right, most likely this next push will get a kill from Complexity coming out. You see the Tree Dog spawn, and Monkey King going to clear it out. There's Soul Reaper, though. They've been doing a pretty good job of denying that for the most part. Look at this Tree Dog. It's sitting here for the Chuck for Pebbles, most likely. To maybe do the damage to the tower.
Where's that?
It's right next to Pebbles. It's just following him, basically.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely for the Chuck.
That's silly. Not going to just say, look at Tempest in the meantime. He's been down here, actually. He was pushing the bottom lane. Now he's in the middle lane. I mean, he's just kind of like, if you're not going to push our base, I'm just going to farm it up more and more. You mentioned the Restoration Stone possibility on him. Very likely. Monkey King going balls to the wall right there. He'll jump back, though. Tempest is porting in the meantime. Okay, the tower will fall. Wretched Act actually blinking away before she gets caught. And Complexity is going to ultimately be happy with that, it looks like.
Well, actually opting to back off because the bottom lane pushed all the way in there.
True.
Gives more time here for big item pickups, more time for that Sheep Stick, more time for Monkey King to sort of hit his next step, more time for that Restoration Stone to come out. Pebble's still a long way off of a new relevant pick off. At this point, he did get his Demonic Breastplate, but from here on out, it's a ways to go.
Yeah.
Ooh, Frostwolf Skull. Getting very, very close here on the Wretched Hag.
Yeah, her life pool is going to jump up quite a bit, and it also obviously make her right clicks a lot more impactful here against Lion Esports Club. So is that the full Hellflower for Keeper?
It's got to be.
I think it was. Yeah, there's 2 Arcanas on there.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, so that's another item that you're really going to have to worry about if you're Lion Esports Club.
Oh, it's Mammoth, dude. That's 2 more Hellflowers. That's...
Oh, well, yeah, again, with the Restoration Stone, yeah, you're right. It is absolutely huge. Monkey King into the 2,000 gold saved up, however, after the Nullstone finish. You do got Soul Reaper is now very close to that Sheep Stick. Matter of cleaning up these Ancients, perhaps. This is going to port back to base right here. As, okay, yeah, there's the Hellflower delivered to Keeper. Porting back to base, though, because you look at Complexity once again. Going to start making the push here. Soul Reaper is very close to the Sheep Stick. Still doesn't have it just yet.
Well, he's got the gold now.
Does he have the gold for it? Yeah, he does. It's just a matter of does he actually buy it now or not.
He's walking back to the well. He's buying it.
Wants to go all in that sense, at least for now.
Oh,
or not.
No, gonna save for the buyback. Gonna save for the buyback.
Gonna pull up around 5,000 or so. Wants to be careful with that. Handskin just continuing to be in this enemy territory, man. He's just still down here. Farming it up. Is going to run into Wretched Hag right here. Needs to be careful about that. And actually, okay, interesting. He uses a Shrunken Head and, okay, smartly.
Yeah.
If he didn't use the Shrunken Head right there, he more than likely would have been Hellflowered and
He would be Stu.
pretty much dead, so.
He'd be done for.
Worth the cooldown, I guess.
Indeed.
It's not under 7 seconds here.
Yeah, lanes are pushed out a little bit and should buy time for Shrunken Head to come back up. 50 whole seconds to work with.
And then there's always the rest of Stun
What,
for him,
what is
where-
this, Riser?
What's up? Where did Riser go?
Riser's just, no, he had his minions trying to do some damage to those melee racks, like a little
Just
past.
run in, yeah.
Yeah. My
Aha.
of course, just clears them all out in approximately.
He's like, here,
1
free gold.
millisecond. Yeah.
That's kind of silly. You see them using you see Lions, you kind of using the courier right here to scout it out in the jungle up here at the top side. maybe try to catch bubbles or keeper or hack even up here, but obviously that's not the case. But still, you can't blame them for that. Obviously, we do see plenty of players do that.
Wretched Hack propelled into demigod status now that she has her Frostwolf Skull. 2,400 health. And
Yeah.
obviously, no longer going to be kiting her.
Yeah, very impactful slow now.
Yeah. Kongor is back up. No team really posturing to take it just yet. Pebbles has got to be careful. They're looking to grab him here potentially.
Oh, B-Kid, how quick are the fingers, man? You got to be quick right here. Here we go with the initiation. Oh, he's not quick enough. Pebbles is going to be locked down. There's that Tavis ultimate, and B-Kid will fall. He does have 2,400 gold, so he has a buyback, but a big pick-off for Lion Esports Club right there. In the meantime, at the top lane, you see Monkey King poured in. Bubbles is up here with the Tree Dogs, trying to make a little bit of a push happen.
Yeah,
okay, B-Kid bought back immediately, though.
Well, you know why? They know Elemental Void is down.
True.
They know.
Yeah.
Look at yesterday what happened with Elemental Void. It was down complexity. They just took the Moon Queen right to the base, and after losing a 5-man team fight.
You're right. That's absolutely
Rough
huge.
row.
Look at this TP in right here. Very ballsy TP by Soul Reaper. Hellfire is going to be applied. Several Tavis going out with the compel. Wretched Act jumps in with the shrunken head. Here we go. First keep of the Force Root coming out right there. Tavis running in. He has the Resto Stone. Oh, he's going to catch him off guard right there with the Resto Stone. Gets the ultimate off. There's that second rid. A little bit late, though. Pebbles holding his ground, though, with that shrunken head. Soul Reaper will eventually fall in the end. He does have a second buyback, though. He's going to come back. Big compel from Rally right there. Tempest still holding his ground with the auto attacks, with the stunts as well. Bubbles down the no man's land. Moon Meander's in a lot of trouble. He's going to be tapping to 4. There's a Storm Spirit on himself, but Moon Meander's most likely going to fall in. Or will he? No, he portal keys away. What a getaway from Moon Meander right there. The melee Rex goes down, and Complexity fighting strong as a team, but Pebbles once again going to get caught out right here. Monkey King doing his Monkey King thing with the Heavenly Vault. There's that chuck off, says get off me, bro. It's not going to be enough, though. One Chip Slam is down. There's the elusive dash, and down goes Pebbles. In the meantime, Soul Reaper again being locked down. Bubbles going man mode right here. What is Moon Meander thinking? He's getting a little too ballsy here. In the end, though, it looks like he is going to be fine once again. Monkey King finds a Luna, and a Luna will fall right there. So that's how it'll end. Holy crap, a lot of back and forth. Big picture, though. Melee Rax did a fall, and another buyback was used on Soul Reaper.
Another buyback use that is absolutely critical, because now they know, obviously, jumping in the base, they can go all in on Soul Reaper, kill him, win the fight. Because honestly, they need him. Second step to all that, the Restoration Stone was crazy, but unfortunately not enough. And how big was Bubbles that fight, man? Like, okay, when they were killing the Rax there, he jumped ahead. They spent so much time, like he had the Storm Spirit casted on him, he came down to take cover, and then got away, and then they spent so much time up in front trying to take out the Bubbles, they were able to take out the Rax, sort of.
He played the decoy there.
Yeah, and then he got away, and then he went back in and got away again, like.
Yeah, Moon played that very well, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized happened too? I don't know if you catch this from Trout, but he brought this up all the time, this secret strategy with the Resto Stone, where you use the ultimate without a Resto Stone, you're like, oh crap, it's down. Complexity pushed into the base right now, knowing it was down, and he bought it right at base. So
he's sneaky though, man. He does that with a lot of things, teleports especially. I remember casting that one game with TTS.
Oh, Moon Meander trying to be ballsy again. This time it might not pay off. He does have the Storm Spirit, though. Seismic Slam as soon as he lands over. What perfect timing for creeps in. Down goes Moon Meander. Token alive, picked up by Soul Reaper. Sorry to cut you off, man, but that was a huge play right there for Lions.
Wasn't worth it. Should just let me finish my thought, man. Who cares about the team fight? You know,
I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. I forget what I was.
Tralf
with the Tralf. He always likes to do that. The teleports as well is a big thing. He can be pushing with full items, have the courier right by him with the teleport on it, make it look like he can't port back. Drop it into the items, have the courier drop it back on him, and bam, he's there. So definitely playing those mind games, and I got to give him a lot of credit for that. Other players as well, but you know, I think of those mind games. I think a lot of Era and Tralf.
Yeah. Definitely take advantage of that. So it's kind of funny. We definitely got to see that right there. And it did have an impact. I mean, it did catch Complexity off guard. And granted, it was eventually stopped by the root, but it was a good 2-3 seconds channel even before it was stopped. So it definitely accomplished its job.
It caught me off guard there because I actually didn't notice the Restoration Stone pickup right away. And I'm like, he's had 40.
I saw him charging in, and I was like thinking to myself, does he? Okay, yeah, I saw the rest of him in the last second. But yeah, how about that? I mean, Moon Meander tries to get ballsy there, tries to steal the Kongor, doesn't pay off, he dies, and on top of that, you know, have a token of life on Soul Reaper, so we mentioned how he has no buybacks, obviously a token of life, kind of a buyback in a sense. And on top of that, he has a sheep stick now finished too, so.
Yeah, and look at Mr. Monkey, he just got his Hellflower, man. He's good to go, ready to do some silencing of his own. Maybe onto that Bubbles.
Well, yeah, but again, this is also the point where Monkey King will most certainly start to shine as far as his damage output. And and his threat now as far as being that late game carry. So
It's true.
Honestly, Lions is still in a very good spot themselves. Okay, not very good spot, but they are in a winnable spot by all means. With that said,
yeah, both barracks. Obviously, the melee rack's more impactful, but both barracks were not taken on top, only the melee. And well, it's how was I going to say? This experience in gold gap is closing. I mean, buybacks aren't exactly taken into account, so it doesn't tell the whole story. And
yeah.
well, as Monkey can keep scaling here, yeah, it could definitely get crazy.
You see Pebbles roaming around here with the Nature's Veil. God, is a big-ass Pebbles, man. Level 3 ultimate, obviously, and then Nature's Veil just surrounding him. He's going to port a key away before he gets jumped, though. That was very close, actually. Remember what happened at the Ancients where he got caught starting that whole push at the top lane. This time, though, he does get away in time with 4. And the Restoration is done on Tempest. We'll have 2 ultimates now going into the next fight. Another 2,400 gold saved up on Monkey King. You see Lion Esports Club, they're going to start moving together as a team right here. And the question is, so will they now look to start maybe pushing here themselves?
You know, the fact that the melee racks, I was going to say, are also taken out, not that big of a deal, considering how fast a hero like Monkey King and Soul Reaper, how quickly they deal with even powered up creeps. Yeah, it looks like they are doing a little bit of split push here. Or counter pushing, I should say.
Yeah, you got Keeper and Wretched Hag down here at the bottom lane. At least put a little bit of a distraction up. But the secondary middle tower goes down, and that is the last outer tower remaining. That was taken out now in favor of Lion Esports Club. Soul Reaper ports in, and we'll get Wretched Hag to blink away. Or too much. Got the token of life, about 3.5 minutes remaining here for the token on Soul Reaper. So perhaps just going to kind of regen now, maybe get that next item here, and then look to push themselves into Complexity's base.
Yep.
Very possible.
Thicker now, ultimately towards a potential Frostfield plate with that plate mill pickup, and well, not potentially. It's the only thing it builds up into. So
yeah.
Looking at it that way. Yeah, I don't know. Savage Mace we're looking at ultimately next for Wretched Hag. She's got the Frost Wolf. They're not going to be kinder. Just needs a little bit more damage and push potential now, so that'd be the prescribed route. Bubble's getting very close to Hellflower of his own if he does want that.
Geez, talk about activatable items, man. Portal Key, Storm Spirit Tablet, if it goes to Hellflower, and then hell, you even have Steam Boost technically.
Ring of the Teacher.
Ring of the Teacher,
I
turn
that
that
all the time
on.
in the fights. That's a game changer, man.
In the midst of those big epic team fights, change the Ring of the Teacher, you idiot.
What are you doing? You lost us the fight.
Just change the Ring of the Teacher. Yeah, so have to keep the microwing skills up. Monkey King does pick up the Ice Brand, so he is going to be going the Frost of Skull himself here. And I mean, you already see with the Ice Brand alone, 2,300 life pool on him. He's going to be upwards of 3K. Or at least around 2,800 or so, most likely, once he gets that Frost of Skull here.
Yeah, very close himself. I mean, well, we'll see whether he opts to save for buyback or not. Buybacks right now, when they're pushing their base, are huge, because if they turn out in team fight, I mean, that's big, and we know another hero here. He only has 1 buyback left, his Pebbles. Draining him of those potential comebacks is pretty big.
50-minute mark just hit right there again. This is game 1 here for the best of the 5 series here for the grand finals of the Sound Blaster Heroes League. $20,000 on the line, $12,000 for first place, $8,000 for the runner-up. Good money for either team, let's be honest, but hey, $4,000 more dollars, not too shabby. So both teams want to win not only for that, obviously there's always a pride factor, and you know something we forgot to kind of mention there in the pregame. We did talk about it a little bit yesterday. Lions versus Complexity. If there is a team that surprisingly has had some great results against Complexity recently, it is Lion Esports Club. They are known to play very, very well, especially against these guys. So.
Yeah, and Complexity has jokingly said the reason for their recent success is they haven't had to go up against Lions.
Yeah, and Haunter.
And, well, are they going to get Lion? Are they going to get Monkeyed? Are these animals going to overtake Complexity?
Will they let it happen? We'll see. Obviously, again, this is just game number 1, though, of a best of the 5. So, like I said, still plenty of series left, even no matter what happens here. But we do have an epic game, really do, to kick things off. I mean, in terms of hero kill, it's only 10 to 10, so not the most intense in terms of action, really. But when it comes down to just being well played by both sides, we definitely have that here, and setting up to at least be a great finish here between these two teams. 4,500 gold now saved up on Monkey King. So he can definitely purchase that Frost of Skull, but again, there's always the buyback situation. Oh, just look at all the gold all over the place. Holy crap. On the Legion side especially, 56 on Hag, 42 on Keeper, 31 on Pebbles, 5,000 on Bubbles. I mean, They're sitting as a team right now on like 15,000 gold.
I've seen more.
That's ridiculous.
What was it? Was it WTF or Slicks that one game is Silhouette? I think he had full items and like 12,000 gold pulled up.
We've seen
in
one
Toronto
time over 10,000. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Toronto playing Panda back in the day. I remember there was some absurd game where just unholy amount of gold saved up.
Cases like this, just pulling up that gold, man. We see Pebbles down here, or more so at the top lane. Again, trying to set up a bait. Oh, Monkey King, will he maybe fall for it? He's thinking about it going in. He's by himself currently. This could be big, actually.
Yep.
If he does go in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Monkey King. Oh, he's going for it. Will the Legion team be able to jump him in time? No, Monkey King! He does have the Null Stone. There's the combination from Pebbles. However, coming out. Keeping the Force going to come in. The Hellflower is applied. He does have the... Oh, he gets the root up barely. The elusive dash. Not in time. In comes the Shuriken Head, though. Does he have a second root? He's not going to use it. Not worth the risk.
What?
And Keeper of the Force choosing to fall back. He had a second root, but they didn't want to use it.
No.
Interesting.
Well...
Didn't want to use
Monkey
a
King
cooldown.
has plenty of gold. If he's both roots, Monkey King maybe buys back, forces a fight there without Keeper Root.
True.
Not exactly what they want to go up against. What is Franzi upset about?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's that he didn't use the second root. I don't know. But in the end, that's his decision. Obviously, the Restoration Stone cooldown 210 seconds. I mean,
Hellflower. He had a Null Stone for the Hellflowers. I mean, who I don't know.
He was Hellflowered. I know that. I did see it on him. Monkey King survives. That's what matters for the Hellborn team. And at this rate, he could very likely now have that Frost of Skull and still have a buyback going into the next fight. You see him going to clean up the Wretched Hag illusions right here. Make sure they don't ninja a ranged Rax kill by any means. So taking those out quickly. I mean, we just have a lot of gold being pulled up. 7,200 now.
Oh,
wow, sheep stick on bubbles, by the way.
Okay, he did go straight for the sheep over the Hellflower route. Did a bit more tankiness to him now too.
How's Rowley been doing? He's really just been sitting on the helm, the tablet for a while now.
Yeah, even since that one Conqueror fight, I believe, the initial one where Swordbreaker got picked off. He's not their priority farmer, nor should he be right now.
Yeah.
I think he's doing great. Are doing a fine job.
There's the Savage Mace on Hag, and she still has 2,750 gold saved up, so obviously just wanted at least one buyback here after finishing it.
Yeah, Pebbles with the Arcana.
Nice. Could be most likely a Hellflower of his own. Ooh, interesting stuff here. We got Lion Esports Club. They're making their way towards the bottom lane where Complexity is all going up top in the meantime. So it seems like Lions may is trying to catch somebody here from Complexity, but they're going to need to fall back here shortly because their base is going to start being gone on here. Do they all have TPs? I would assume so. Yes,
yeah,
they do.
Complexity obviously in a better position here as far as this fight's concerned. They still need to get back and sort of position. Frostwolf Skull picked up by the Monkey.
Frostfield Plate is also getting close for Soul Reaper, but still doesn't have it just yet. Again, he doesn't have buybacks. I'm not concerned about pooling money, but may not have it going into this fight. So Complexity, though, trying to take their chances here. Push into the base. At the top side, you do have the middle and the bottom lane. They're kind of in favor of Lion Esports Club right now as far as the creep waves go. And you do see Complexity. They are just ultimately going to fall back here. They got them to TP back. They can be happy with that. Clean up the jungle a little bit and then fall back themselves. But yeah, with the creep waves both the bottom and middle being pushed for the favor of the Hellborn team, they want to have to deal with that. But now you got Kongor once again. Could be a big issue here for both of these teams. Soul's Bulwark on Tempest, by the way.
Yeah, well, going for that demonic route ultimately has buyback right now. Not sure if I wouldn't commit all the way to it all the way through, especially with the restoration. So if you get picked off after using your first ulti, you don't get your second one off yet.
Ooh, big fight chance coming up right here. Monkey King gonna jump in. Actually, where's the Shuriken? Not using it just yet. He is gonna go for the kill into Bubbles. Oh, Bubbles gonna need to take cover. It's gonna be Sheepstick though right out of that. There's still no Shuriken out of Monkey King. It doesn't even matter though. Bubbles will eventually fall, and he does not have a buyback. That is huge right there. No buyback on Bubbles. Kongor is now open for Lion Esports Club. If you're Complexity, it would be very risky here to take a fight without your Bubbles. Oh yeah, man.
That would be silly.
That is a huge pick-off right there.
Big, and they didn't use anything really major. I mean, Sheepsticks are back up, Hellflower's back up. They got it
ultimate.
all, man. They got it all.
This is going to be a free Conger kill. You see Complexity. They're trying to maybe go for a flank barrier. Glacius actually going to be left alone. He'll get picked off. Not sure what Glacius was thinking right there, but again, Conger is going to fall, and it will be a token of life on Soul Reaper, looks like, as he actually drops a plate mill right there. Oh, no, it's... Okay, who's going to the hell is going to pick it up? Okay, Krepson picked up his plate mail. He sold something else, I'm not even sure what. But anyways, here we go to the middle push, though. Complexity trying to take at least a little bit of an advantage right here. They do take out the middle tower, but they need to get back ASAP, and that they will. So Complexity trying to make the best of the situation, but still, ultimately you have Lion Esports Club with the token of life now. The range racks was obviously killed at the top side. Again, it's a Complexity that they at least got something at that.
They did. You almost wonder if they could have held it off at all, but that's unfortunate that they did have to lose another tower and the range racks. I mean,
there is that was the third Conger kill. Didn't even realize that. So there's
Yeah.
bananas on Monkey King too.
yeah. Well, Glacius dying obviously didn't matter. Totally worth it for the Conger kill, but it makes holding off a little bit harder now, man. That's a lot more exposed still. They're at a point right now where they're sort of all in. They want to snowball. We see post haste picked up by the Wretched Hag and the Tempest.
Frostfield on Soul Reaper. Monkey King 4,600 more gold saved up. You got 5,600 on Keeper. I mean, there's just plenty of gold. This really is going to be an epic finish here. I'm feeling it, man. For game number 1.
Yeah, the bananas on the monkey though. That's
huge.
it's worrisome.
3,200 life pool too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good luck killing it, man.
Good luck getting away from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of questioning him not using the shrunken head there initially when the bubbles jump, but obviously Complexity wasn't really reacting it to the most. They knew they were in an unfavorable spot from the beginning, so wasn't even necessary. Fundsmaster dropping the Gnome's Wisdom right here. Okay, he's going to TP and then give himself the Gnome's Wisdom. Bubbles, though, cancels the TP. Oh, that is actually pretty big. Look at the top lane in the meantime. You see Glacial Downpour is going to be used by Seal Kid here. He might get picked off, though. Wretched Egg blinks in. A couple of auto attacks later. 3 auto attacks, to be exact. And down goes Glacius, so does get him killed. But, yeah, pretty solid play by Moomiander right there. I mean, does at least open up a little bit of a push chance for Complexity more so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be bold enough to step into the base just yet. But, yeah, Complexity growing their lead a little bit more again. Still, having to go up against a token, having to go up against a set of bananas, that is going to be huge. It's going to come down to massive initiation.
Seems like Complexity, though, they are doing a pretty good job of at least keeping the pressure up at the very least. Because, you know, especially with this top lane, make sure it's pushed in. Force Lion Esports Club to have to make a decision whether or not they just go all in for a base push themselves or if they have to actually leave somebody back to defend it or whatnot. So, yeah, Storm Spirit on Rally.
Yeah, just really with those defensive items this game. Sort of playing bodyguard. He obviously has his level 16 ulti now. We look at Soul Reaper, just maybe needs a post haste ultimately if they're gonna react after a push, but still just gonna tank up for now. Monkey King picked up his post haste as well.
Monkey King, he's pushing up here. We'll see Hag and Keeper nearby, but I don't think they would even open if it was him by himself. He is just going to continue to go around. And
they actually run from him.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the team obviously behind him. They don't want to get gone on.
A little scary. Pebbles, 5,600 gold saved up. He only has that one buyback left. He could finish his Hellflower now and still have buyback, I believe. He'll be really close at that. See if he chooses to do that here shortly. Tempest, in the meantime, porting to the bottom.
Oh, are they going to catch him? Are they going to catch him?
Oh, yeah, this could be big, actually. Nope, no portal on Tempest, so.
Yeah.
That's
right, that's right.
Time. Yeah, if he had a portal key, maybe, but yeah, he doesn't have a portal key.
Almost makes you wonder if he should kind of grab one instead of the tablet at this point, but.
Even like the Ring of Sorcery. Like, is that even doing a whole lot here at this point? So. Our buyback situation overall, I mean, it's still the same as we talked about last time, really. It's still the Soul Reaper's out of buybacks and B-Kid's down to 1, but other than that, everyone's good to go. So, we've hit the hour mark officially. In fact, 61 minutes here now into this game. Here we go. Lion Esports Club. They're going to actually make a push now, it looks like. Just under 3 minutes remaining on the token of life. You see Complexity, though, that's what I was talking about. They're going to just make Lions have a decision time here. Do they defend or do they keep the push? We could have a base race here. You look at Complexity. They're going straight for the middle lane. They're going right for the melee racks. They're going to get it right here. This very likely will be a base race right here. And I don't know about this for Lion Esports Club. This is going to be really close, if anything. Are they going to commit to it? The melee racks are going to fall in line's favorite. Oh, they're going to start falling back, though. They're going to start TPs. Look at Pebbles jumping in. The Shrunken at Tempest, he'll get back in time. So the towers at the Shrine are going to start taking some damage. Hanskin trying to get in here, maybe get a stun on somebody. There's the stun on the Keeper of the Forest. He's going to be Hellfire, though. Response from Wretched Dad coming out. No more support helping just yet. Tempest will fall there. That's horrible off the bat here for Lions. They do get a kill on a Franzi in the meantime, but back at the base, actually. Kelf going to be Seismic Slam. Does connect to Wretched Dad. Sorry, Burris here. He's being silenced, though. Bear Arrow goes off over. Monkey King towards the body. There's a second move coming out from Keeper of the Forest. Sorry, Burr will go down again. The token of life going to bring him right back up, though. Keeper of the Forest tapping for him. Monkey King is going to get the kill, though. And now we see Bubbles once again in a little bit of a tight spot right here. This time, Moon Meander's not going to be able to make the getaway. And ultimately, Lion Esports Club does clean them up. There was a buyback, by the way, on Tempest used right there, but very odd.
Buyback on Tempest used me is both Elemental Voids.
Oh, yeah.
Buybacks, obviously. Bubbles is going to use his right now. Middle racks have fallen, so what do we see here? Okay, the range racks are still up in the mid lane. We see Seal Kid playing back. No, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to, well, he's going to keep the
Banana's given to a Soul Reaper, actually. And he does have an open item slot here. He has 3,400 gold. No buybacks. You'd figure buying something at least. Maybe just even upgrading a post haste here would make sense. He doesn't have a TP, by the way. That's kind of a big deal. Soul Reaper doesn't have a TP. Glacius is going to protect. What is Glacius thinking? Wretched Egg just blinks in, easily gets the kill. We do see TPs coming in there from Tempest and Rally. But look at down here. Like I said, Soul Reaper doesn't have a TP. He's going to be caught in the meantime. Monkey King trying to help him keep it alive. Soul Reaper being locked down, though. Banana's going to be used right there. Here's the turnaround chance for Lion Esports Club. Bobbles now going to use that take cover. Monkey King doing his Monkey King theme, though. The heavily vault and everything. Genjiro is on, and by the way, he takes out Bubbles right there. Aluna's going to end up falling most likely. There's the watch. No, the Nature's about the last second. Not going to be enough with the elusive dash. Still alive is Soul Reaper. You see back here. Wretched Egg barely blinking away in time. Monkey King is still chasing. Can he get Wretched Egg? The heavily vaults. No, oh yes! Oh, heavily vault. Oh, the blink from Wretched Egg, though. Going to be fun in the end. Genjiro going to be activated by Monkey King right there. Trying to chase her down. Not going to get it, though. Look at the Sacrificial Shrine in the meantime. The tower is down to half life already. This is an insane race we have going right here. Oh, Keeper of the Forest jumps in. There goes Pebbles. The Shrunken Head from Tempest on a big Tempest ultimate right there. In comes a heal bomb from Soul Reaper. The damage. The Monkey King takes out Wretched Egg. She does have a buyback, which she uses immediately. Keeper of the Forest will fall. Pebbles will fall to the double Tempest ultimate. Just way too much right there. Coming up from Lion Esports Club. And now Wretched Egg needs to fall back. However, more buybacks being used. Down goes the bottom of the racks. Here comes Keeper of the Forest jumping in. Wretched Egg joining back in the fight. Just a lot of back and forth happening right here. The Aluna green stun going to be used. Pebbles going in. Oh, the dodge on the stalagmites right there from Soul Reaper with the compel. Turn it around with the heal bombs. Monkey King once again jumping around with that Shrunken Head. Wretched Egg falling. Wretched Egg will fall once again. She has another buyback, though, which she uses right away. Oh, jeez, this is crazy, Emperor.
Seal Kid using his ulti and base to try to hold off the creeps, too, man. The defense tower at 60 health. Oh, God.
You see Keeper of the Forest jumping in. He's going to be Storm Spirited, though. The chase is on from Complexity. The second buyback, Wretched Hag. She's going back, but Monkey King. One Jim Slam going to be missed right there. Stalagmites hit. Super KGE is in a lot of trouble. Hellfire's applied. Super KGE will fall. He does have a buyback, though. Tempest going to portal out in time.
Oh,
you
no.
see Soul Reaper, though. Can he actually get the TP off? Oh, my God. Flensmeister. Oh, no, the cut through the trees. There's a kill field. And Flensmeister will fall right here. No buybacks on Soul Reaper. That is the key right now. And Complexity is very likely going to try to capitalize here.
Yeah, they needed to get Soul Reaper out, man. They just kept him in way too long. Flensmeister, man, you needed that. Can Monkey King do this by himself, man? He has no more buybacks. I mean, he has buybacks, but he doesn't have the gold for it, I should say. He can sell maybe right before he drops. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Here we go. Mega Creeps could very likely spawn right if they're not careful. Monkey King going to open on the Wretched Egg. Wretched Egg being locked down. In comes Pebbles out. Keeper of the Forest, we're going to be used right there. Monkey King trying to do his thing right here. Shrunken Egg going to be used by Wretched Egg. She will eventually blink away. Tempest still doesn't have that ultimate just yet. Monkey King in the foreground will finish off Aluna. There's the Genjiro going to be used once again. Will he open on the Wretched Egg? Yes, 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 yes. There we go with the open. Watch them and the burst on. Codex actually used right there. I thought I saw. Maybe that was or not, but anyways, Pebbles now trying to get turned around. Comet going to be put down by Tempest. There goes a finish on the Bubbles. Monkey King is enough, apparently. Keeper of the Force wants the melee Rex. He's not going to get the melee Rex, though. Monkey King with the heavily vault. Down goes Pebbles, and it's a genocide for Lion Esports Club. What is going on right now, Emperor?
Woo! The post haste into the bottom lane, too. Monkey King's taking out the base. Oh,
I think this is it.
Keeper has the buybacks.
This is
the end.
Lion
This is
is
it.
going to win. Unbelievable comeback. Holy crap. I
Holy
knew it would be an
shit.
insane finish, but wow, I don't know if I expected that. One of their better finishes ever, man. That was just intense. Holy crap.
The Monkey King.
Wow.
He is here.
Monkey King
Dude.
doing the work in the end.
Oh my. Do you see that fight on bottom too? I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure after that first keep root, he got a shrunken head off, and then instead of getting rerouted, he vaulted all the way to the other side of the fight. I think he dodged the second root coming out, the Restoration Stone from Keeper of the Forest, which allowed him to kill Hag and kill, who else was it? I don't know, just two huge heroes. So
Yeah.
Super KJE went totally hard. My God.
Wow, that was insane. I mean, absolutely insane of a finish, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we knew it was going to be an epic finish, but holy crap, was that ever. You know what the greatest thing about all this is?
What's that?
That was just game one. This is a best out of 5
God,
here.
get me out of here.
That was just game number 1 right there. We got a best out of 5,
I can't handle it.
$20,000 on the line. I know.
Done.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay over that long, man, with the way if that keeps up. Holy crap. No, but what a crazy finish. I mean, you know, what more is there to say? I kind of think of it explains itself with the finish there. But
the Codex? There
What
was a
was
Codex. That was not a monkey.
what,
That was a Codex
courier?
monkey. That was a Codex
I
monkey.
know. I saw the
That was
codex
a
somewhere.
That was a Codex
was that
monkey.
Soul
I'm not
Reaper
sure. It
maybe?
might have
Was
been
he
Soul
dead,
Reaper.
or-
I think it was Soul Reaper because he had no more buybacks. I think it was a
He
Codex
sold
monkey.
his items. Yeah, look
Yeah.
at that. Flensmeister sold it.
Because right before he died, and then bought a Codex monkey to get that kill.
Oh man, that is
Holy
insane. We
crap.
saw the air courier.
We saw.
We saw the airstrike.
Oh,
didn't even
I
realize
was like,
initially.
no, because I saw the Codex and I looked at
Oh
their
my
items,
God.
you know, in the chaos
I
of
was
all of that
confused,
fight.
Yeah, where did it come
Holy shit!
from? Oh my God, we got to see an airstrike with the Codex courier. Anyway,
I
mean that had it all really.
I was gonna joke early in the game. Are we gonna see an Air Force meander this game? Of course.
He got a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
Wow, what a finish. We got to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get into game number 2 here shortly. But we definitely need a break, because I'm sure you guys do. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be coming back very shortly. Game number 2, Lion Esports Club taking on Complexity. Stay tuned. That was a courier. That's crazy.